All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Quick throw complete to Chark. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
56. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it.
And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 28-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Pickett. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Draymond Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Pickett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go. Set. AT Gator. I know he ain't got it.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Oh, he's going to take a shot right into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL. But I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 19 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A big play there. 83 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A pass there complete to Westbrook. A gain of 6 there on first. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Now a handoff looking right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check.
Back to throw. Pickett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now on third and forever, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Set. 10-2 stop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Spinning past him. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, box drop. Get it.
On 2nd and a yard. Block. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Here we go on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On the jet sweep, here's Westbrook. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Pickett. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he cuts right. Touchdown, Jaguars. How about that? Their quarterback. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Lambeau on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Throwing on first down is Locke. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Blocked again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 33 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Leonard Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
To throw on third down. Pickett being chased out left. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards.
I know you feel that.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long.
Watch the twist.
From the gun, Pickett going up top. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now a handoff here to his running back. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
70, Indy.
From just shy of midfield, Watt eluding the pressure, and the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long?
Hey, lock it.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. On third and long, it's Locke. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To throw again. Pickett. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, exit. Here we go again. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Like it.
Clock now on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
On the ready. You draw portrait. Hey, 5 seconds. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And now he'll tuck it and run. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. A final shot before half for Locke. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
General Webb,
throwing his Locke on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands. He's able to pick up the first down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's got his man on the out route.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch. Joker. Hey, switch gears.
Operating from the gun. Pickett. Going right side here, and that's complete. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Second and 1. And that's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. This is Fournette. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Check 26. Check 33.
They'll run with Fournette. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Pickett. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And his kick is good. Well, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that'll bring him back within 4. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. That one complete. He finds Sharp. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Take 4.
On the run, it's Fournette. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Now Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pickett. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong path.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Operating from the gun, Pickett. He sets to fire deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Block now to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
That's where you belong. Ready. March 47. He's time to win. He's time to run. Hey.
Throwing again on second down. Lock. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now to the air, Lock. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Lock to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant there to make the grab. And the Broncos push further out in front. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
It'll work still to do, though. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Will Parks. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
That's the way you make a spin.
Cortland Sutton, 74 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Looking long for Westbrook. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, 77 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken short.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a 1-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is... And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Broncos push further out in front. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah, Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomb, hit it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Spins by. And now running right through it. And he probably should have been down earlier, but they do finally get to him 3 yards short of the line to gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now is Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Go. Look at me. Zipper.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
Go.
Shit.
Locke will try again on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 55 yards. On 1st and 10, Pickett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars get a score closer. They will run it. It's Fournette. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And now onto the field comes the Jags offense. They'll go for 2.
I got you. I got you. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They will run it. It's Fournette. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. A lot going to throw it here. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will swell the lead to 16. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Broncos, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.